So, good morning, all of you, my dear students. I have emailed the two textbooks to Mr. Naidruva of ECA section because to the group mail addresses that you have given, the mail was not forwarded. So, I have emailed it to Naidruva, and he will be the point of contact for all the three sections. And he told me that he will forward it to the entire class. I don't know why he is absent for the class today. Turn on your videos, all of you, please. All of you, turn on your videos. E2, F9, 71, 99, C7, 84, 64, 82, D1, G1, C3, F3, 62, H8. Turn on your videos, I told. Hello, guys. Something, sorry, a section or like a link compile. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it not? Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Just 1 second. Now A section people also should join the class. Who is this XB23? Join with your hall ticket number XB23-10. Who is this guy? Show your video XB2310. Turn on your video XB23. Do you belong to this college or not? Yeah, Naidruva, are you present in the class? Hello? Naidruva of section A. I have emailed the two textbooks to Naidruva. So he will forward to the rest of the class. Don't worry. Who is 4E2? 4E2 has turned on the video and it is too dark. I don't know what you people are doing. Are you listening to the class or simply Right. So as of now, I am muting you all. Whenever you have any query or a doubt in the class, you can raise your hand so that I will unmute and give a response to speak. Okay. So once again, welcome back to the GPS class. So we have been in the course of studying the GPS signals, their properties, and some of the information contained in that. What are the properties of GPS signals and which information is present in each of the GPS signal. And in the previous class, what we have seen is all about the information that is contained in the GPS signal. And now we are studying in detail about the navigation message. We're going to study about the navigation message. So navigation message is sent by the satellite to the user. Navigation message is sent by the satellite to the user. And that satellite, that navigation message, what it consists of. So we are going to learn in detail. And this question is very, very important in the examination point of view. For the examination point of view, this topic is very, very important and very frequently asked question. This is very frequently asked question. Please listen to the class very carefully and note down the structure of the navigation message along with me from the PPTs. So yesterday we have seen outlined that the GPS signal is consisting of the data such as almanac data, ephemeris data, signal timing data, ionospheric delay data, and satellite health message. So almanac data refers to the position calculation information of the satellite. So where and when the signal has started, RF signal has started from the satellite, that information present in the almanac data. And ephemeris data relates to the delay occurred when that signal is traveling from the space. And thirdly, signal timing data. At what time the data has started transmission and at what time the data is received. Then fourth one is the ionospheric delay data. When the signal is transmitting through the ionosphere is consisting of a lot of dust particles. The signal may get refracted and that the propagation will consume more time. So that information is present in the ionospheric delay data. And finally, health message is how the satellite's health is, whether the satellite is healthy or not. If it is unhealthy satellite, then we may have to deny the entire data that is received from a particular satellite. If the particular satellite is unhealthy, that should be replaced by another one. That's why around 5 satellites are reserved for that purpose. All the 24 are revolving around that, and 5 are reserved for replacement of the unhealthy or dead satellite. This we already learned. And now the navigation message. So what is the navigation message? The navigation message is consisting of the 25 frames, and each frame is consisting of the 1500 bits. Each frame is consisting of the 1500 bits. Okay, this is all theory about that. Directly you can go to the diagram and write. So all of you please draw the navigation message. This is the structure of the navigation message. So you have to understand it like this. Each of the line, this is subframe. This is subframe number 1, subframe number 2, subframe number 3, subframe number 4, and subframe number 5. So this is totally one frame of navigation message. One frame of navigation message consists of 5 subframes. Are you able to understand? Each frame of a navigation message consists of 5 subframes. And what each subframe consists of is given in this. So this is the subframe. The first word is TLM. TLM stands for telemetry word. So telemetry word tells about the starting of a frame, starting of a subframe. So each subframe is consisting of some message, and that information or message is the first word of the subframe is TLM. TLM stands for telemetry word, followed by the handover word. HOW stands for the handover word. These two are common for the each of the subframes. Subframe 1 consists of TLM HOW, subframe 2 consists of TLM HOW, subframe 3 consists of TLM HOW, and 4 and 5 also consists of the same. And each subframe is consisting of 10 words. That is, word 1 is TLM, word 2 is HOW, and word 3 to 10 are the navigation message. Word 3 to 10 are the navigation message. For the subframe 1, it consists of the clock correction. For the subframe 1, it consists of the clock correction information and GPS week number, and also the satellite health. Are you drawing the diagram? If you are drawing the diagram, I'll wait. Say yes or no. At least on the chat box. First you draw the diagram. I'll wait for 2 minutes. Then we'll start discussing about it. This question is very frequently asked question in the university examinations. So please concentrate much on this and try to draw it perfectly. Now let us understand the navigation message. The navigation message consists of 25 frames. The navigation message consists of the 25 frames. This is the primary data to be understood. And one such frame is given in this diagram. One such frame is given in this diagram. So totally this entire information is about the one frame of a navigation message, and there are 25 such frames in the entire navigation message from a satellite. This is clear? And for the classification, each frame is subdivided into 5 subframes. Subframe number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each subframe is consisting of how many words? 10 words. Each subframe is consisting of the 10 words. Each word is consisting of how many bits? 30 bits. Each word is consisting of how many bits? 30 bits. And in each subframe, how many words are there? 10 words are there. So each subframe consists of how many bits? 10 into 30. That is equal to 300 bits. The information is given at the bottom of the diagram. And each subframe is equal to 5 subframes. Sorry, each frame is equal to 5 subframes. 5 into 300 will give us 1500 bits in each frame. So this entire navigation message is consisting of how many bits? 1500 bits. And how many such frames are present in a navigation message? 25 frames are present. So 25 into 1500 will give us 37,500 bits in each navigation message. This is the primary data. Is this clear? So what each subframe consists of? Each subframe consists of TLM, telemetry word, you can note down. This is there in the previous slide. So each subframe begins with a telemetry word. So TLM, what it indicates to a receiver? TLM, whenever a TLM is received by the receiver understands that a subframe is beginning. A new subframe is beginning. And what is the second word? Second word is the HOW. HOW stands for the handover word. It is called as the handover word. Are you getting? So any subframe will consist of telemetry word followed by the handover word. So telemetry word is one word, handover word is second word, and from word 3 to 10 it is classified. So first subframe will consist of clock correction data and GPS week and the satellite health information. Subframe 2 and subframe 3 will consist of the ephemeris data. Subframe 2 and subframe 3 will consist of the ephemeris data. Yesterday we have learned what is ephemeris data. And subframe 4 is consisting of the ionospheric information, ionospheric delay data and pseudo-random noise codes. See very clearly subframe 4 and subframe 5 there is a difference. So this is also consisting of pseudo-random noise codes, satellite subframe 4, and subframe 5 is consisting of pseudo-random noise codes. But what is the difference? The pseudo-random noise codes for the satellite numbers from 25 to 32 is present in subframe 4, and the satellite numbers from 1 to 24. Satellite numbers from 1 to 24 is present in the subframe number 5. So that is almanac data, health, and universal coordinated time UTC, and subframe 4 contains 25. About this we will discuss later. So this is the information that is present in the each frame of a navigation message, and each navigation message consists of 25 frames. So each frame consists of 1500 bits. So total navigation message consists of 37,500 bits. It is all a simple multiplication of the each word. Each word, 10 words will consist of subframe, and 5 subframes will consist of the one frame, and each word is consisting of the 30 bits. Each word is consisting of the 30 bits. So in a subframe there are 10 words, so 10 into 30 will give us 300 bits, and in a frame there are 5 subframes, 5 into 300 will give us 1500 bits, and navigation message is 25 frames, 25 into 1500 will give us 37,500 bits, and each subframe what it consists of is explained clearly in the diagram, right? So this is all about this. Now if you go in detail, so there are 25 frames we said, right? 25 frames. So each frame, what is the duration of that? Each frame consists of how many bits? 1500 bits. What is the data rate? 50 bits per second. So 1500 by 50 will give us this many seconds, 600 seconds. Frame 1 will we traveled for 600 seconds, frame 2 600 seconds, and frame 3 600 seconds, like that. But you calculate the time. And the timing information of the each frame, that is subframe 1, subframe 2, subframe 3, subframe J, and subframe 12, up to 12 subframes sometimes. So each subframe will take 50 seconds because subframe consists of how many bits? Subframe consists of 300 bits. So 300 by 50 will give us 60 seconds. Something wrong? 300, 330, 360, 30 words. Right. And each subframe is divided into pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. So what each page will consist of? Each page will consist of synchronization bits. For synchronization purpose, 12 bits are used. And page type, what type of page is that? For that 6 bits are meant. And navigation data, 208 bits. And the cyclic redundancy check, CRC stands for cyclic redundancy check. If in the data transmitted and at the time of receiving end, whether the received data is correct or not, for that purpose we will use the cyclic redundancy check. That is to test the received data and to confirm the received data is correct. For that purpose, we use the CRC, cyclic redundancy check. For that purpose, 24 bits are reserved and 6 bits are the tail. 6 bits are the tail purpose and reserved for the for any other information included. From page type to CRC, there is an interleaving. That interleaving is called as a FEC intercoded. FEC stands for forward error correction. I think you all know this from your digital communication subject, right? Please draw this structure also. Each subframe division and each frame divided into subframes, and each subframe is divided into pages, and each page is divided into these many classifications. So in the examination, objective bits may be asked, what is the size of the TLM word? Or what is the size of the handover word? So each word is of 30 bits. Remember this. I will draw the diagram. If drawn, say yes, I will proceed. Hello guys. Please remind me when you complete the drawing of the diagram. Is this completed? Say yes or no. Still you are drawing? Somebody respond. Am I audible to you? Is my screen visible? Both are properly? Who is 638 1433 M Rishika? Change your registration to your hall ticket number. M Rishika. Do you belong to this college and this class? M Rishika. Change your registration to your roll number first. Okay. So this is about the structure of each frame, subframe, and each page, and what are the data present in the each page. Synchronous bits, that is 12 bits, and page type 6 bits, navigation data 208 bits, and for error correction, that is CRC used for the 24 bits are used, and tail bits are 6 bits. And after this, the information contained in the handword word is derived from a quantity that is called as the jet count. This is important. Please make a note. That is called as the jet count. And jet count is transmitted along with the handover word. Within the handover word, this jet count is present. This is not transmitted separately. And what that jet count is consisting of? The jet count is, it counts epochs generated by the X1 register of the P code generator in the satellite. So it will count the epochs. Epochs means repetition intervals. So yesterday we discussed what is an epoch. Epoch means if a signal is repeated number of times and occurrence of each signal is treated as the epoch. So this jet count, it will count the number of epochs of the X1 register of the P code generator, and this will occur every 1.5 seconds. The time of occurrence of each epoch is equal to the 1.5 seconds. And in this, the 19 least significant bits are called the time of the week. So in the previously, in the navigation message, week number you have seen. GPS week, that is week number. And that is given by the time of the week, TOW count. So what it indicates? It indicates the number of X1 epochs that have occurred since the start of the current week. Since the start of the current week. And this is very, very information. And when does the start of the week will start? In the midnight of Saturday or Sunday morning. Please remember this word. So the start of the current week occurs at the X1 epoch, which occurs approximately at the midnight of the Saturday night or Sunday morning. At that time, and each epoch will occur. And this will be given by the TOW of the Z count. This will be given by the TOW of the Z count. And also, the TOW count increases from 0 at the start of the week to 4,03,199. 4,03,110, and then rolls over to 0 again at the start of the following week. So 403,199 means it is start at the same time end of the next epoch. It is a start and it is the end of the began epoch and start of the next epoch. And a TOW count of 0 always occurs at the beginning of the subframe 1. Of course, as usual, each frame will consist of 5 subframes, and first subframe is the subframe number 1. So compulsorily this TOW occurs at the subframe number 1 or end of the subframe 5. End of the subframe 5. We can treat it either way. And a truncated version of the TOW count containing its 17 most significant bits constitutes the first 17 bits of the handover word. So here it is a tricky. So MSBs of the TOW will be the LSBs of the handover word. LSBs of the handover word. And the TOW count will increase from 0 at the start of the week to 4,03,110 and then rolls over to 0 again at the start of the following week. This information is already given. For this, you just draw this diagram. This is the relationship between the handover word counts and the TOW counts. So 4,03,192. Somewhere around the middle. 4,03,199 is the last one. And 0 is the starting epoch. So each delta function that you see from the diagram is an occurrence of an epoch. So one TOW will prevail for how many HOWs? 4. 4 into HOW is equal to XI epoch of the next subframe. XI epoch of the next subframe. Have you drawn the diagram? Now let us note down the important points from this. So this is Z count. So here a TOW count of a 0, it always occurs at the beginning of the subframe 1, that is of the first frame that we already know. And a truncated version of the TOW count contains the 17 MSB. It constitutes the 17 bits of the handover word that we already know. That is, truncated count by 4 gives the TOW count. Just now I already told 4 into each handover word will give you a next epoch of the TOW. And since the receiver can use the TLM preamble, that's the telemetry word preamble, to determine precisely the time at which each subframe begins, a method for determining the time of the transmission of any part of the GPS signal is established. So, for noting down or detecting of the presence or end, start or end of the each frame, the receiver will use a preamble, that is nothing but the TLM. TLM stands for telemetry word, and telemetry word starting will be indicated by the TOW. And this is the diagrammatic relationship between the handover word and TOW, time of week. Somewhere 4,03,192 onwards it has begun. 192, 193, 194, 195, 196. Like this you have to count. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. And after 4,03,199th epoch, the next epoch has begun. That is 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 4,000, 4,03,199. After 4,03,189, again the next epoch will repeat. Yes. So that is very clearly given. The 3 bits of the handover word are used to identify which of the 5 subframes is being transmitted. So there are 5 subframes, right? Among the 5 subframes, which subframe is transmitted? For that purpose, 3 bits of the handover word are used. And the frame being transmitted can readily be identified from the TOW count, of course, that we know already, and computed from the handover word of the subframe 5, 5th subframe. And this TOW count is the TOW at the start of the next frame, end of the present frame or start of the next, whatever we call. So there are 20 TOW counts per frame. The frame number of that frame is simply TOW by 20. That is mathematics. And what the subframe 1 consists of? There are 5 subframes, right? And what the subframe 1 consists of? The word number portion of this Z count is part of the word 3 in this subframe. It contains GPS clock correction data for the satellite in the form of polynomial coefficients, defining how the correction varies with the time. So here we have to understand there is space vehicle time, SV time, and GPS time. Space vehicle time is nothing but the time defined by the clocks in the satellite. It is called as the space vehicle time. But it is associated with some of the errors. The time after corrections have been applied is called as the GPS time. So GPS time is different and space vehicle time is different. Space vehicle time is simply the time of transmission and time of reception that is indicated by the time of navigation message. In the navigation message itself, there are correction messages also present. That is, for any delay occurred, that will be ephemeris delay or ionospheric delay, whatever the delay occurred, the delay will be corrected in the receiving end. And after the correction, the time is called as the GPS time. That time is called as the GPS time. Next. And additional information in the subframe 1 is TOC, that is stands for the satellite clock error. Satellite clock error, how much error is there? And TGD, it is used for the delay errors. It is used to calculate the propagation delay errors, anospheric propagation delay errors. And IODC is the issue of the date and clock. That indicates the issue number of the clock data set to alert the users to changes in the clock parameters. So whenever an IODC is issued, the users, all the users will be set ready that a new frame is going to come. A new frame is going to come. In that, again, the same procedure. Subframe 1 is the first one. In that, TLM is the first word, followed by the handover word. So these are the additional information. One is the satellite clock error information, TOC, and second is the ionospheric group delay, that is time of GD group delay, and the third is the IODC, issue of the date and clock. So whenever a IODC is occurred, then all the receivers will be ready for the next frame. Next, subframes 2 and 3, especially the subframes 2 and 3, as we have already seen in the diagram, they will consist of the ephemeris data. So these are used to determine the precise satellite position and velocity calculation required by the navigation solution. Of course, we are going to learn that later. Unlike the almanac data, these data are very precise, are valid over a relatively short period of time. That is for only several hours. So this is given in the diagram. Algorithm is present for that, and that all the calculations are present in the MATLAB M file in a CD along with this. Whenever you purchase that what you call control segment. Each time a new parameter is uploaded from the GPS control segment, the IODE number changes because it has to be updated always. So whenever a new parameter is uploaded, the IODE number also changes. Issue of date will be changing. And subframes 4 and 5, of course, as we already discussed earlier, the 25 pages of this subframe contain the almanac for satellites with the pseudo-random noise code numbers 25 and higher. From 25 to 32, the PRN information and almanac information is entirely present in the subframe number 4. And ionospheric correction terms and coefficients to convert the GPS time to the UTC time. UTC time is universal coordinated time. GPS time is different, UTC is different. And in the subframe 4, there are also some spare words for possible future applications. Maybe some more information may be required. The components of an almanac are very similar to those of the ephemeris, and the calculation of satellite position is performed in the same way. I think whatever the triangulation method we have learned in our unit 1, that will be used at the control station. And totally, and lastly, subframe 5 is including the almanac of the satellites and health of the satellites, which are numbered from 1 to 24. Which are numbered from 1 to 24. 25 and more is present in subframe number 4, and 1 to 24 is present in the subframe 5. So this is all about the navigation message. We have how much time? Position calculation and velocity calculation, we will learn it in the next class. So today complete details about the navigation message. So more importantly, I will summarize this. So this is the navigation message. The navigation message is consisting of 25 frames. First point. And each frame is consisting of 1500 bits. How many subframes? There are 5 subframes. So each subframe is consisting of how many words? There are 10 words. So how many bits? 300 bits. And each word is consisting of 30 bits. So total number of bits in a navigation message is 37,500. 37,500. So how to identify a start of a frame is by the TLM followed by the HOW. TLM stands for telemetry word and HOW stands for the handover word. At the beginning of the each subframe, these two words are mandatory. Whenever a TLM is present means it is the start of the subframe. Start of the subframe. And if it is a frame number 1, it is the start of the frame. If it is a subframe number 1, it is the start of a frame. If it is subframe 5, it is the end of the frame because each frame consists of the 5 subframes. And subframe 1 is consisting of clock correction of the GPS, clock correction, GPS week number, and health of the satellites. Subframe 2 and 3 are meant for the ephemeris data, and subframe 4 is meant for the satellite numbers 25 to 32, their ionospheric delay data, their satellite almanac, and health of that, and UTC of that. And subframe 5 is meant for satellite numbers 1 to 24, their almanac, health, and UTC, etc., health, etc. All these are present in this subframe number 5. So this is everything about the navigation message. Any doubts? If you have any doubts, you are welcome. But the thing is, you have to practice. Until and unless you practice, you will not get the things. So make it a habit of always practicing. Now I am unmuting you all. You can talk to me. Okay, if you have no doubts, I will wind up the class. Thank you for today's class.